Okay, how tall are you? How tall am I? Oh, I'm 5'10". Didn't know I was messing with a short guy, but okay. How big is it? I don't really feel comfortable giving out that information right now. Like, we're at Olive Garden. It's giving shrimp.
Girl,
You heard me? Since we accent stuff, how much do you weigh?
What? You don't ask a lady that.
What did he
ask?
Excuse me? What did you just say?
That's what he just said at this
Who
table.
are you? You're not even
What did he say,
funny,
girl?
Like, why are
He
you-
asked her how much does she weigh. Like what? Wow.
Seriously?
Why do you care about how much she weigh?
Like
if you're just say that. If you like men, just say that.
Ew, I'm not.
Whoa, what? Ill? What do you mean ill? Right.
What you mean? You just said it as an insult. Like,
Wow, you misogynistic jerk. Tell him, wow.
you females always.
What?
Yo, ladies, why do y'all act like such hypocrites? Y'all can ask a man's height, his blank size, how much money he makes, has he ever been to jail, how many kids he has, his credit score. But the second we have an opinion, question, or preference about the one thing that we want from you the most, which is your weight, y'all act a fool. Why is that? And then when you think about the practicality of your preferences versus the practicality of our preferences, you asking a man how much money he has, that's practical. If you asking his blank size, that's practical. We can understand why you may want to ask those questions. We get it. But do you realize that we have a certain amount of practicality in our questions and preferences too? The typical human woman was 120 pounds when she graduated from high school, but the typical human woman now is about 200 pounds. Because from a longevity standpoint, nobody wants to be with somebody that keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger like a wart. So if you were 120 and now you're like 160, that's cool. And you go to the gym, I'll say it again, and you go to the gym and you eat right, and you eat right, and you eat right. That shows that you have a high level of discipline before we even come into your lives. But if you just eating like a hog and growing like a wart and expect somebody to want to be with you for the rest of their lives, you're just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And who wants that? So we all, men and women, have practicality in our preferences. But why are our preferences that are practical demonized and your preferences aren't? This is the reason why I will only take a slim woman seriously, because one, most likely she's going to stay slim for the rest of her life because she already goes to the gym. And two, she's not embarrassed of telling anybody her weight. Fellas, do not date a woman that is not open about how much she weighs. If you want to know all this stuff about us, why can't we know about this one thing about you? See, in my opinion, the thing that we want from you is something that you are in control of, which is your weight and your level of discipline. We want a woman that is disciplined in virtually every way. But when it comes to your preferences, a man's height, his blank size, we can't help that. So at least the things that we want from you, you are in control of, and you can change, fix, or maintain. But I think that's the biggest issue that y'all have with us asking about your weight, because you know you're not disciplined and you know you don't know how to maintain your own life, not just weight. Your whole life fluctuates, not just your weight. So one year you're 190 and another year you're 160. Like, ain't nobody got time for that, because the thing about it is, the second you have a baby, one, you're going to have less time to work out. You're going to have less time to do the things that you want to do. And then two, you usually gain weight when you have a baby. And then you add age onto that, you're going to gain weight that way too. But if you're disciplined up here, we can work with you. So the typical woman is going to have body issues or weight fluctuations. That's cool. But if we're starting off at 150, 160 versus 250 and 260, well, it's a big difference, right? So ladies, regardless of what you want to say, nobody cares, because we want what we want, require what we require. And if you aren't that, well, you're just going to stay out here and stay single. Because at the end of the day, we aren't dumb enough to get with a woman that has all these weight issues. So either get your life together or stay out here. And in no way is that me being mean. I'm being practical, because if a dude is short, if a dude has a little blank, and if a dude is broke, he also is going to have to stay out here by himself also, right? So what's fair is fair. So ladies, if a man asks you about your weight, do not get offended, because we don't get offended when you ask us about the things that you need from us. We need something from you and you need something from us. And there's nothing wrong with both of us getting what we want. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.